Kids say interesting things about Christmas. They were asked, "What language does Santa speak?" A little guy answered, "North Polish." "Where do Santa and Mrs. Claus live?" "In an icicle built for two." Makes sense. "What's a favorite Christmas song?" Well, they sing things like, "We three kings of porridge and tar, and he's making a list of chicken and rice." Well, when I was a kid, I didn't always want normal things at Christmas time. Sure, I wanted ice skates and train sets and bows and arrows and dynamite. Ah! But one Christmas, I remember wanting to be sick because people hadn't been all that nice to me that year, and I wanted them to wish that they had been. I didn't want to be badly sick, not seriously ill, maybe just a broken leg. But it would swell up and cause doctors to whisper and wonder if it wasn't really serious. I wanted my sister Ruth to come on in and sit on my bed and say, "How you doing, Phil? I am so sorry. Are you gonna be okay?" And I would say in a weak little voice, "It won't be long now. I can see angels. Take good care of the dog." And she would begin to weep, and everything would change. She would treat me so nicely after that, and I would get all better on Christmas Eve, a real Christmas miracle. And news crews would arrive to inspire people with my story, and my family would just shower me with gifts that year. I know, a boy doesn't always want what a boy needs, but I'm just being honest. Some mornings I would awake in my cold bed, frost coming through the electrical outlets nearby, and I'd allow myself the illusion that I had been asked to sing a duet with Olivia Newton-John. I imagined myself receiving her phone call, during which she would say in that lovely breathy tone that she has heard tales of the loveliness of my voice when I use it in church. And would I be interested in singing with her at Carnegie Hall during the Festival of International Christmas Festivities with a worldwide audience of 63 billion? And soon I am waking up at the Plaza Hotel to croissants and Coca-Cola, breakfast in a king-size bed I can't quite find the edges of. Soon a call from the spacious lobby bids me ride the limo to Carnegie, where Miss John and I rehearse a medley of "It Came Upon a Midnight Clear" and "Please, Mr. Please" and "I Honestly Love You." She cocks her head, turns to me as she reaches a high note, and touches my arm, so caught up is she in the emotion of our duet. I am wearing plaid red pants and a green turtleneck, and she compliments me on them both. It's a long way from my home in Canada to New York City and singing with the most beautiful girl in Australia. But I thought I'd tell you about it for one simple reason. Sometimes the things we want so badly are not the things that will bring us true joy. And if we'll take time to examine the true meaning of Christmas, we'll discover something far brighter and more satisfying than we could conjure up ourselves. By the way, I did get a turtleneck that year, but that's all that came true of my dream. On radio and TV, we're told that Christmas is all about us, our dreams, what we want. One ad said, "All I want is something that will make my brother-in-law jealous." When our son Jeffrey was 4 years old, he woke up each winter morning and made a beeline for the dress-up box at the end of the hall. After pulling on a Superman cape, a hat, and a belt, he would get down on all fours and chase his brother and sister throughout the house. "I'm a kissing bull," he told them, and they loved every terrifying minute of it. One morning, Jeffrey charged into our bedroom and gave his mom a hug. Looking up, he noticed tears streaming down her face. He couldn't know that she'd just received a shattering phone call from another sister who had just found out she had Huntington's disease. He couldn't know that his mama faced a very uncertain future, but he began to sing the best news he'd ever heard. "I will not be afraid, for God is with me. I will not be afraid, for God is with me." This he sang 3 times. An angel dressed up like a kissing bull. Emmanuel, God is with us. It's the best thing a little kid ever said about Christmas. Hey, I just want to thank you because every time you push the subscribe button, something really cool happens to me. And so would you just push it, just now? Thank you. Oh, pizza. Thank you. Excellent. Pepperoni.